Manufacturing Consent by Noam Chomsky
is a book you would have heard of a lot if you're familiar with Friendly Jordies, and I guarantee you that less than 5% of his audience have actually taken the time to read the book. I mean, it's 500 pages long, I can't blame them. Only in that book is the answer to what Jordan really is, a flak machine. It's clear Jordies doesn't like the media in this country.
Because it is in, surprise, surprise, exact alignment with what the propaganda model wanted the Australian public to think. This mishmash of state-run propaganda and Murdoch propaganda combining into one behemoth. The news acts on the oldest trick in the magician's book, misdirection. It's not about informing people, it's about focus.
When in reality they're both extremely pro-big business and extremely anti-population. They are both corporate propaganda.
You can't really blame him either. He very succinctly argues in many of his videos Chomsky and Herman's view of the media. Well, some of it anyway. He'll talk about how mass media has a
corporate bias.
Which it does, but skipping to that step ignores some of the fundamental prior reading that drove Chomsky and Herman.
If you want to understand the way any society works, ours or any other, the first place to look is who is in a position to make the decisions that determine the way the society functions.
But okay, corporations make things. So where is he wrong? The problem is, Jordies wants you to focus on corporations as their own thing, kind of like in Void, and not manifestations of our class society. The Minerals Council, the Property Council, the Business Council, or individual billionaires like Gina Rinehart or Rupert Murdoch. What Chomsky and Herman originally intended was that you look at what, as in what class, makes things in society. That's the base. Your boss, your company employs you to make things that it owns and then sells and pays you a cut. The superstructure, or everything else in society, works to justify the existence of that base, and the media is one critical way of doing that. But by personifying it first, Jordy skips that fundamental step, and so it becomes more about who's at the wheel and less about the whole car. That subtle, slight change in relaying the conclusions of Manufacturing Consent shifts it from being a critique of class society and its inevitable outcomes to, in the eyes of his audience, something that can be corrected if we just have the right rulers. And that's where the Australian Labor Party comes in.